Hello, Fly Live listeners, it's Lily here. I'm a presenter on Fly Live. I'm so excited to be back in September. I hope that we'll see a lot of familiar faces there and some new faces. But for now, we've all been in lockdown, and I tell you what, I've not been very productive in lockdown at all, but other people like Taylor Swift have written an entire album, and we don't stop listening to new music at Fly Live, so I'm going to be giving you a off-the-cuff first impressions review of Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore. So the first song I'm going to be listening to is the first one on the album. It is called The One, and it says it's explicit, so... Ooh, that line's interesting. It's kind of... What I'm getting from this is that it's kind of a post-breakup one, where it's kind of like, I'm trying to get over you, and I keep seeing you. That's really interesting. I have a feeling this is one of the more upbeat ones on the album. Okay, so I've only listened to a little bit of it, but what I'm getting is this kind of like, I've broken up with my ex, I'm trying to get over them, and I keep seeing them around, and kind of like, oh, but what if they had been right for me? I like this. I'm very excited for what this album has to hold now. I believe the next one is Cardigan, and this one has already got a music video out for it, which I haven't seen because I wanted to hold off a little bit. But Cardigan, from my first impression of this song, a cardigan is something very warm and comforting. So I'm curious to see what she's going to do with this one. So let's listen to Cardigan. I really like this one. It's got a nice beat underneath it. Oh, she's bringing politics into this. Oh, it's very wistful. There's a lot of softness. So she's saying she feels like an old cardigan, which is kind of like, in my impression, that's kind of like, it's old, it's soft, but it's discarded, and they start to show wear. Cardigans usually are made of wool. They start to show wear, so you feel really raggedy. But then he picked her up and said she was his favourite. That's really nice, actually. So my first impression of Cardigan is definitely this kind of feeling of discardedness, how somebody's discarded her and she feels used and thrown away, but then kind of like this person, which I assume is her current boyfriend, kind of picks her up and puts her on and makes her feel warm and welcome and very comforted. And I love that. I really want to go out and get a cardigan now. So I'm going to be skipping right on down the album, and I am going to be going to August. Ooh, a lot more low beat than the other ones. Ooh, that picked up. Very about memories. Bottle of wine, please. I love this little beat in the background, it's so cool. My impression of August is very much time slipping away, time moving away from you, bottles of wine, slipping time. I really like that one. We're on to our last one, and I'm a little bit confused where this one might be going, but it's called Betty. I don't really know what my first impression of this is. Betty, I'm assuming, is a person. Starting off. That's a harmonica. Ooh. Betty is a person. She's talking about somebody trying to get away from her. I really like this. Taylor's wronged Betty. She's wronged her. What has she done to her? So she's done something to Betty. I like this. Oh. I love this song. This is probably the best one I've listened to. I like this one. So my impression of this one is Betty is like an old friend. She says she was 17. So Betty is like a schoolmate or something. And Taylor's wronged Betty. And at first I was thinking, why is Taylor wronged Betty? I think Taylor has stolen Betty's boyfriend. Taylor, that is a horrible thing to do. A harmonica in the background is just really, really groovy. I love that. This is so cool. I love this. That is me giving my first impressions on Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore. Definitely give it a listen, especially Betty, which is now my favourite. I thought August might be my favourite, but Betty is definitely my favourite. This is brilliant. That cute little harmonica in the background definitely brings back her country style. So thank you for watching this, and see you in September.